Hello and welcome to Piwik PRO YouTube video series. In this video, we'll talk about key concepts and terms used in Piwik PRO platform. So, what will you learn? You'll learn some definitions and concepts that will be fundamental for proper understanding of the data. Let's start with the basics and we will expand as we go along. First term and a concept is a session. So, what is a session? A session is a visit to your website or app from a single visitor. While visitor is browsing your website or app, all activities that Piwik PRO tracks from the moment the visitor enters the website or app until they leave it are considered a session. Piwik PRO does not track every movement of a mouse or every click or every interaction, only those that are important. In case of a website, a lot of interactions are often tracked out of the box, like page views, downloads, external link clicks, so-called outlinks, and some other interactions. Additionally, other interactions more specific to your website can be set up to be tracked too, like clicks, scrolls, or form submissions. Again, all these interactions, when coming from the same visitor within a given time frame of a visit, are called a session. The same visitor can visit our website multiple times. And while it is obvious that the sessions separated by a few days are not one and the same session, what happens when the same visitor enters our website multiple times in a day? When does the one session start and another begins? Well, in the Piwik PRO we have concept of a session elapsed time, or also called inactivity time. What does it mean? It means that if the visitor is inactive on the website for over 30 minutes and then they become active again after that time elapsed, new session will start. So, two sessions from the same visitor. However, if they become active before the 30 minutes of inactivity elapsed, i.e. in less than 30 minutes, we will count it as one and the same session. Now, there are some rare exceptions from those rules when the session will split nonetheless, but let's keep things simple. Should you wish to know these exception rules, please find the link in the description below this video. Another important term used frequently is visitor. So, what is a visitor? Visitor is a person, a user, who is visiting your website. Note, however, that the term visitor does not mean the same as the term user, but we will come back to the distinction between those two later in this video. But let's come back to the term visitor. One visitor can visit our website multiple times, but it is still one and the same visitor, so-called unique visitor. It is important to note that this will be true as long as 1. The visitor is using the same device, otherwise we would not know, without any additional information, that the visits from different devices are from one and the same person. 2. The visitor is not being tracked anonymously, in other words, in case of different devices, the same user will be tracked separately on each device as separate visitor. And in case of anonymous tracking, each visit, i.e. session, will be treated as a separate visitor even though they are coming from one and the same person. Now, anonymous tracking or no tracking at all, those are two modes that can be used in Piwik PRO to meet various privacy regulations. Finally, let's define the term user. User is not synonym for visitor. In the context of Piwik PRO platform, those are two separate yet very similar terms. Both, however, can be used to refer to a person that is using our website or an app. So, what is the difference? Perhaps in this case, an explanation will be more useful or helpful than a definition. To explain user, let's take a step back. Piwik PRO uses mechanisms to identify interactions that are coming from the same visitor, so-called session identifiers, more specifically session hash and or session cookie, because we have optionality here. We do it to identify interactions on the website within the same session, that they are coming from the same person. This is important especially when there are multiple people using our website all at the same time or even using the very same page. We need to somehow differentiate those visitors from each other while they are browsing the website simultaneously. At the same time, our platform uses visitor identifier, so-called visitor ID. This helps us identify that the different sessions belong to one and the same visitor. However, we've learned just a moment ago that when the visitor is using a different device, the identification might be a bit tricky. That is why in some cases we can decide that we're going to start using custom identifier in Piwik PRO that can potentially track visitors across devices. An example would be an email address, e-commerce ID, or a nickname. In this case, there will be a good chance that when the visitor logs in using email on one device and then logs in again using another device, but using the same email address, they might be one and the same person. In this case, especially in the context of Piwik PRO platform, we call them a user. User identifiers can be captured using user ID, which is a dedicated dimension. We'll talk about dimensions in a moment. Also note that the user identifier, such as email, could be identifier not only in the website, but in some other systems and platforms too. That said, user is not primary and out-of-the-box identifier. The downside of the user ID is that the user identifier is not something that can be used on every website and for all visitors. So in many cases, visitor identifier would be a more accurate way of identifying people on the website. But that obviously depends on the individual cases, and please bear in mind, I've simplified the identification process a bit for the sake of making it easy to understand. Next important concept or term is an event. What is an event? I was deliberately avoiding using this term up until now, but this term is used a lot in the context of Piwik PRO platform. First of all, by event, we don't mean some social gathering or some historical occurrence that took place, say, 300 years ago. In the context of Piwik PRO platform, event is a catch-all term for an action or interaction performed by a visitor on our site or an app. Moreover, it is an interaction that is being tracked by our platform. So this would exclude interactions that are not tracked, like some random mouse movements. Now, we already spoke about those interactions that are tracked out of the box and those that needs to be additionally set up. So let's zoom in a little and speak about different types of events. So among events that are often tracked out of the box, the most popular are page view, outlink, i.e. click on a link to external website, download, in many cases consent from clicks and other interactions that are related to consent form. Some additional event types would include Go conversion, which is an important interaction that we decide to track, important for the business, for the organization, or for the website. Next, there's a custom event, which is also important event type, under which comes a variety of many different interactions that we may have decided to track, like scrolls, clicks, form submissions, and so on. It may not be as important as Go conversion, but we do track it because it provides us with some extra insights on the visitor's behavior. Content impression, which is another event type that we may want to decide to track. Add to cart, that one is an example of the e-commerce interaction, and there are other e-commerce interactions. Order is another interaction, but in this case it's pretty much just as important as Go conversion, because it basically means that somebody purchased something from us. So order is an e-commerce conversion. Next two terms are dimension and a metric. Both are two sides of the same coin. You almost cannot talk about one without the other. What is a dimension? A dimension is a description of your data that usually contains words rather than numbers. For example, dimension called country, which will describe the visitor's location from which they were browsing your website. More specifically, dimension country could have values such as Germany or United States or some other country name. What is a metric then? Metric is a quantitative measurement, a numerical indicator of performance. For example, metrics called sessions or visitors, which indicate the number of traffic that your website attracted in any given date range. Now, what are those two sides of the same coin? Well, a lot of the time when working with dimension and a metric, we need to pair them together to get the context for our data. For example, when we look at dimension country and we see value United States, we don't really know what that means until we see, for example, number of sessions or visitors, i.e. 400 and 157, which are corresponding numbers for aforementioned metrics. Moreover, there are metrics that can be almost paired with any dimension, and sessions and visitors metrics are a good example of these metrics. Other metrics are often paired together with specific dimension, for example, dimension page URL with metrics page views or unique page views, or even more specific, dimension download URL with metrics unique downloads or downloads. Now, there's one more concept that is really useful to know about dimensions in Piwik PRO, and that is dimension scope. In Piwik PRO, there are 3 dimension scopes. Now, before we get to those 3 scopes, let's explain broadly what is a scope. Scope is a context in which we're going to operate when referring to a particular dimension. First dimension scope type would be session scope. Those would be dimensions that describe session and have one value that is assigned to the session. There is one value per session, but there might be a few per visitor. For example, dimension country. Let's consider one visitor. The visitor comes 2 times to our website from 2 different countries because they, let's say, happen to travel a lot. We have a count of 2 for metric sessions and count of 1 visitor for the metric visitors, and 2 values for dimension country, say Germany and United States, 1 session for each country. Another dimension scope type is an event scope, which might have multiple values within session because values are assigned to the event, to the interaction rather than session. And it makes sense. Let's take a dimension page URL as our example, which is event scope dimension. And let's consider this time a single session. Visitor may visit many different URLs within one session, so there might be many different values for page URL dimension, like page 1, page 2, or page 3, but only one assigned to particular event, in our case, a page view event, rather than the entire session. That is also why one session may have one as well as many page views, depending on how many there were. In our case, we've had one session, but 3 page views, each from different URL. Page 1 URL, page 2 URL, and page 3 URL. Finally, we have a dimension scope called product scope, which is normally used for e-commerce websites. This scope captures and reports on information tied directly to product within transactions or other product level interactions, like dimensions product name, for example, or product brand. Let's see it on an example. In our table, we have a metric called adds to cart, which counts number of add to cart events. In a session, the visitor might be adding multiple different products to the cart, and let's say 2 different products are product A and product B. One of them, product A, was added twice. If we count using add to cart in session dimension, which is a session scope dimension, we would get 3 adds to cart in session. Thanks to product scope of product name dimension, we know that 2 adds to cart were from product A and only 1 from product B. Note that adds to cart in session is a session scope dimension because it describes a session numerically with 1 value. As a little tip, when creating reports or dashboard, know that it is quite easy to distinguish between different scopes of dimensions. So session scope has no icon next to the name of the dimension, whereas event scope and a product scope do have little icon to the left from the name. As a final thing that will help you create custom reports or dashboards, note that there's a difference in the UI when you enter the edit mode. That dimension will always have green color and metrics blue. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to our channel. Check the description below to find some useful links like free Piwik PRO sign-up page, community forum page, and links to related videos. Until next time.